Right. So see Jacob here, right? I I mean totally agree with this video, and this is what I mean about, when I say to you that some have to resign, like watch who's resigning because something comes out about them, or they go missing, or they die. It's always something happening to them. With all these so-called bigwigs, and I noticed a couple of times, because I don't watch like the government stuff much, but I don't always agree with what he's saying. Sometimes I liked him, sometimes I didn't. Do you know what I mean? But it was just what bits that I caught. But he's got out of government after this pandemic, right? He's got out of the government and he's on this news now. I haven't seen him much at all. This is the first one I've listened to, actually. Because I was going to have an argument with him. Well, it was going to get my wrath up. Do you know what I mean? If he was trying to make us um, get this alert kind of thing. And so, which has done the trick, because it's exactly what I think. If I felt wrath against that, then I'm not the only one. And if enough of the people feel wrath or whatever feeling, which negative feeling, well, we don't want it. Do you know what I mean? And that becomes part of the collective. It's the energy. It's all goes together. So the more people want the same things, the more people get the same things. That kind of thing. That's how many manifesting. I'm going off. Right. So he's now there. Now, like I say, everyone has to atone for the sins. And if you've done Dark Night of the Souls, you know what I mean? If you've been to hell and back recently, that's what it is. And so this is what I mean when I'm on about the the things that are going on behind the scenes that people don't know about. These people, right? These monsters, these close me eyes, and pretend I don't know what's really happening. People, right? They're getting the choice to either resign or they get taken out. Right? His choice was to resign and get out of it. Now then, distance doesn't always work, to get away from things. Distance doesn't always work. It will depend now on how much he is willing to atone, how much he has realised, how much. Do you know what I mean? It all depends on his personal work, exactly what plays out in his life. Does that make it any easier of what what I say? Do you understand my Japanese? Here's a little bonus for you. Jacob means to follow, which that's what he was probably doing, or found, I'm not saying that he knew it, he found out he was part of it, you know what I mean? It also means be behind, and that's maybe what he's trying to do now, be behind the right thing, doing the right thing. It also means overreaching or a heel, and that's may, to come. He will find that out himself. And it also means may God protect. And he will. He will protect. If he sticks to his integrity, now he can atone.